Kayo, pwede ang fresh wipe.
Oo.
Sayang yung nyo, progress nyo.
Oo nga po.
Di naman sayang yun eh. Sayang kung sasabihin mo sayang.
Sayang. Kung sasabihin mo sayang kasi pwede naman gawin namin ni King pag wala kayo, yung lalaroin namin.
Sige.
Ano?
Let's go fresh wipe para maano ni Sad.
Ano mo bullet?
Wow.
Anin mo bullet? Reset lang ako.
Wait lang ah.
Utang in, bawat may
Ano mo bullet? Ano mo bullet?
Nababawasan eh.
bawat may dadating, may mawawala eh.
Yan. Pag mag-iisip nga ako ng mga ayoko na ng barbarian.
Hi, sad life.
Hello. Hello, Sad life.
Ano mo bullet? Let's go.
Akin to. Okay.
Cause I found beauty right here.
Nag-create ka na, Sad?
Ha?
Sino mag-create?
Likod.
Si Rod. Okay.
Cheers. Ay. Whoa. Oof. Ano mo bullet? Ano mo bullet?
Pasok mga kalbo.
Not punch.
A punch.
Okay.
Kuya Wod. Not punch.
Mushoku Tensei does well to focus on Rudeus and the core aspects of his story, but more often than not, they leave out the more intricate details. Things like the university's inner workings, the adverse effects of Alina Lise's curse on her body, and even the split-second decision that saved Sylvie's life. These aren't necessarily crucial things to the plot, but with a story as deep as this, it would be a shame not to know the fascinating subtleties that make every location and every character so damn interesting. So, just like how we do every week, let's take a look at what the anime left out from the novels. Let's get started. Episode 29. Renoa University of Magic, covering chapters 2 and 3 from Volume 8 of the light novel. As the largest country in the central continent's northern region, Renoa was quite similar in terms of power to the Shirone Kingdom. What Renoa had that Shirone didn't, though, was an alliance that made it part of the Magic Nations, a group with intimate ties to the Magicians Guild that worked together to advance the field of magic. This group was so invested in this very cause that they'd even gone so far as to create a city specifically to lead it, a place that, as we know, Rudy now finds himself in. So, right at the outer edge of Renoa is a grand city containing not only the University of Magic, but also the Magicians Guild headquarters and even Neris's workshop for magical implements. They were all shoved together into the magic city of Sharia, a thriving hub for magic that effectively served as the center of the Magic Nations as a whole. Now, just as Rudy had mentioned, it was along this journey that Alina Lise's curse was brought up. The anime may have underplayed it a bit with those quotations, but this is actually a legitimate curse that could potentially kill her. You see, back when they were traveling and going from city to city...
Asan yung bagong ano?
Ay.
Misan na ako ng bago. Putang na yung init nyo.
The two had accidentally
Bigla ka kasi nagtanong.
So, rather than arrive at the city they had instead spent a week on the road trying to find their way back to it. A detour in which Alina Lise's health deteriorated rapidly. Her face turned pale and her body frail, and no amount of healing or detoxification magic could do anything about it. So it was then that Alina Lise told Rudy that if she didn't periodically sleep with men, then eventually she would die. This wasn't something she was particularly upset about, since even if she wasn't cursed, she would still live the exact same way anyway. It was just more of like this minor inconvenience for her. In any case, Alina Lise was here to find, well, younger men. She would have to pay tuition unlike Rudy, but for someone like her, an expense like that was marginal. You see, a lifetime of exploring labyrinths has made her quite rich. Like, rich. She usually carries 5 Asuran gold coins at any given time, as well as several orb-shaped crystals each valued at 10 gold coins. That may not sound like very much, but with the Asuran gold coin being the highest form of currency in the world, just one was enough to let you live comfortably for months. I mean, the entire 7-year tuition was only 3 gold coins. With that not even making a dent in her savings, Alina Lise was free to do pretty much anything. Now, an interesting thing to note about the university itself is that the entire thing was built out of magic-resistant bricks. Special constructs crafted right here in Renoa, capable of repelling mana and withstanding even large-scale magical attacks. You didn't see them very often elsewhere, but with the Magicians Guild having a monopoly on their sale and production, it made sense that they'd be prevalent within the Magic Nations. The only place you'd ever see them outside was in the Asuran capital. No one knew how it was they were made, but if they were so commonly present throughout the Magic Nations, then Rudy imagined it couldn't be that expensive to make. It was likely the Magicians Guild was just selling them at a massive premium. Fast forward to Rudy's meeting with Vice Principal Genus, and there was a certain excitement that came when Rudy confirmed he was enrolling. Since most young, skilled adventurers tended to develop oversized egos, Genus was quite shocked when Rudy showed himself to be quite humble. What he expected was a prideful kid who thought themselves to be the best, but what he got instead was a modest student eager to learn.
What?
It was a display of respect that had Rudy contemplate his own run-ins with adventurers like that. The first was a 14-year-old B-ranked boy who considered him to be his rival, and the second was a 15-year-old B-ranked girl named Sarah. The former got themselves killed while doing an extermination quest, and the latter was just someone he preferred not to think about. When we get to Rudy's test next, The only thing not mentioned from the walk there was the fact that the teachers were only skilled up to the king rank. If anyone wanted to learn from an emperor or higher, then unfortunately this university wouldn't be the place for them. That said, it'd be extremely tough to find teachers who were better since the professors here were far more skilled than the ones even at a service royal academy. It was once Rudy had gotten to the gym that the vice principal would point out the mock battles being held by the 4th years here. You see, the only reason Sylphie was even here to begin with was because her class, mostly consisting of noble ancestry, was currently in the middle of battle simulations. It turns out combat experience is a very core part of the curriculum here. Part of the reason they can do this without any issues is because the floor itself was engraved with numerous healing circles, saint tier markings within an advanced tier barrier that not only withstood quite a bit of magic, but also healed anyone within almost immediately. It wasn't as strong as the king tier circle from Shirane, but since that one was also capable of blocking physical damage, it was a fundamentally different creation from this one. So, while normally Rudy's test would have just been him showcasing voiceless magic in front of the professor who taught such a skill had unfortunately died, leaving Genus to make the quick decision to go and grab Sylphie. He knew Sylphie wouldn't be even close to Rudius's skill, but at the very least he hoped she could assess his capabilities. Now, something I'm sure many of you are probably wondering is how it is Rudy didn't recognize the wand he gave her. Well, after 10 years of using Aqua Hartia, the only thing the wand reminded him of was the one he happened to use that looked just like it. An interesting thing to note about the fight itself is that, if not for a last split-second decision made by Rudy, there was a good chance he could have killed Sylphie right there and then. It was after he'd used his Disturb magic and prepped his stone cannon that the resulting projectile would be aimed directly at her face. That's right. A stone bullet capable of penetrating dragon scales was about to be launched at top speed straight to Sylphie's head. If not for Rudy changing his mind partway through, then the instant death caused by it would have been too much for any circle to heal. So, aside from the fact that Rudy almost killed her, the more astonishing thing was his application of Disturb magic. Yet again, Rudy had come across several mages unsure as to what it even was. In the past 2 years adventuring all the way back to his time in Season 1, there still wasn't a single person he'd seen use this magic except for Orsted. In any case, Rudy beating Sylphie here was his ticket into the university, bringing us to 1 month later where he finally settled in as a full-fledged student. To add on to what it means to be a special student, so long as you weren't committing crimes, destroying the school, or talking bad about the Magician's Guild, the special students could do pretty much anything. Whether it be spending all day eating food in the cafeteria, or training non-stop in the practice buildings, the school and its facilities were his to explore. He could even go off campus and do some adventuring if he wanted to. When it came to the more promiscuous things, he was surprised to know that the school didn't care about that either. So long as the encounters were consensual, students could go and do whatever they wanted with each other. It was a rule or lack thereof that made Elena Lise's life a whole lot easier. To us, such a policy might be a little bit strange, but when you consider the wide range of ages and races constituting the student population, it was only natural the norms be a little bit different. So, unlike how acts like that would negatively affect public morals in our world, here they were completely natural. The university clearly wanted to make this place as accommodating as possible. Whatever they could do to stimulate the growth of their students, they were willing to do all for the sake of advancing magic.
Dead game. Premier saan ba yan sa LOL?
The university was so focused on doing exactly that it didn't matter who or what you were, so long as you had mana and could cast magic, you were eligible to enroll as a student here. It was an open-door policy that included even those with questionable backgrounds. This did invite a
Asa na ba? Ito na ako. Hi, Sad Lives. Sana. Grabe ba? Alam ko, alas 4 pa ako nakauwi. Grabe ba? Ilik ba yan, boss? Ah. Ayun, no?
Hindi ko naririnig.
Nakikita lang nag-green. Ako, ayun.
Hindi. Narinig ko tumutunog eh.
Kanina?
Oo, pag umiilaw yung kay King.
Nung theory nyo.
Tulog.
Tulog? Ano pa?
Meron pa ba?
Tulog.
Di ba
Hindi na-
kumain?
Hindi na uminom ng tubig yan.
Kung kumakain ka naman, dala mo phone mo, di ba?
Oo. Habang nanonood ng ball.
Oo.
Baka si King hindi. Baka siya iniiwan niya.
Puta.
Different breed.
Oo. Double hand checking eh.
Dual build.
Double will kumain.
Left
Ano
hand,
yung
right
nyo? Parang
chicken.
Dungeons
right.
and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons talaga yung ano.
Game na.
Game na ba to?
Huwag ka na gumawa ng character set. Pwede na yan. Ba't nila
Well,
kayo gumawa ng bagong game?
Gagawa nga.
Bago na
Fresh
nga.
wipe.
Tapos pasalihin nyo na lang si King, tapos siya gagawa.
Pwede na, ma'am. Tara. Start ko na ha.
Okay.
Okay.
Gago si
Nakita mo
ano.
na yan si Bill Gax.
Oo, puta. Ben 10 pala to eh.
Ay, Face Crash Boy dyan.
Gagi, si Cthulhu yan.
Hindi, si FSM yan. Kulang yung daliri ah.
Ano pang titi ah.
Ang ina, dito naman ang titi mo.
Ay shit! Ano naman?
Uli ah.
Yan lang gamit ko eh.
Ayun yung mukha. Yung
Oh.
point of reference mo.
Oo.
Parang naramdaman ko yun.
Who am I? Okay, gawa tayo. Ano ba ako? Mag-ano ka, Kod? Pag nanoma ko. Ay, joke lang. Masyadong true to life.
Hindi na roleplay yun, bro. Lugi ah.
But, mag-ano ka, Kya?
Half. Halfling.
Ika. Pailaw.
Half human, half tililing. Siking yun eh. Hindi, siking pala yun.
Yung anin.
Wag ganun. Half tililing.
Hindi ka na ba magtatank, Kod?
Gusto mo ba?
Hindi,
Okay
ikaw.
lang ako.
Ikaw nga, kahit ano nga eh. Para gusto mo ng iba.
Oo, mag-iba ako. Pwede naman mag-tank na pala din eh.
Walang heavy armor. Bakit wala nakikitang?
May
Hanggang
mga
medium
naka-heavy
lang.
armor. No. Merong mga heavy armor. Ano. Pala din, naka-heavy armor. Pero ano kasi yun, depende pa. Mahirap.
May mga
Heavy
classes pa
armor.
pala. Okay.
May class pa ya.
Kasi
Pili na
barbarian.
kayo. Pili muna kayo.
Okay.
What
Ay,
if halfling druid?
Gago. Nag-crush ako. Sandali.
Unanong bear.
Hehe.
Tangina. Late ng bear mo
Nasa
nun.
live ko.
Nag-crush, sorry.
Late ng bear mo nun kaya. Yun nga rin
Engling.
ko eh. Bobo ka, napakatagal mo king, natutulog ka na eh.
Tanga ka ata eh.
Oo, natutulog ka, di ba?
Tulog ka.
Hindi ako natulog, bobo. Kinausap.
Natutulog ka. Natutulog ka.
Sige, natulog na lang ako. Puking
O,
ina
di
mo.
ba? Sabi sa inyo na natutulog si King eh. Tama. Sige.
Pilit ng puta.
Ikaw na natulog.
Tanga na pag ako natulog ngayon. Puking ina mo ah.
Di sweet dreams. Sana magising ka pa mamaya.
Ito na, pasali na ulit.
Sakto pala yung pag-crush mo, Sad.
Sakto.
Sige.
Inokasan.
King, sali ka na.
Part of the plan.
Sa
Ayan.
bantutan din yung ano.
Who am I?
Create ka bago rin.
Southwest.
Bakit?
Not.
Restart ka nga. O, kakabukas mo lang.
Kakabukas ko lang. Okay, mag-restart na rin ako.
Nang ano, anong laro ah. Ano, re-restart natin itong buong ano po.
Sige, bo.
Wait
Ito
lang.
magagawa natin.
Ay, wait.
Ay, restart mo na. Restart mo na. Restart mo na.
Des, hintay muna natin pumasok ka.
Ha?
Inunahan ko mag-quit si Rod. Baka nga maipit din ako eh. Sana. Okay lang.
Baka may ano ka dyan, oh. Lumang santo. Binibili nila. Oh. With right
Lumang
out
ano?
santo. Santo.
San?
Malay nyo, tanong naman sa mga lola nyo.
Machong Santo.
Pwede naman yun. Basta authentic.
Pangalan Aaron.
Haha! Punana.
Ina mo, mas patangkad pa si San sa'yo eh.
At least isa din na brand. At least isa din.
Bakit ka pa naghahanap?
At least kasi ako, bawal ako. Bawal ako, artist ako eh.
Kaya siguro naghahanap. Kasi
Bawal, Rod.
kailangan mo ng kasama.
Ayun ba yung 3F?
Rod, kailangan mo mag-restart. New ID. New ID.
Restart na ako.
Asan na yung ID?
Wala pa.
Ay, pare.
Bigla nagmamadali ang puta. Nakakainis.
Na yun?
Wala. Sorry na. Load game ba? Load game? Ay, multiplayer lang pala.
Mag-iba, ayaw na mag-sort. Bobo ng sort. Ang silbi ang pota.
Tangina, parang ang bumuhay sa atin yun, yung barbarian ko lang.
Oh, gago.
Yung ina.
Pero gago, tiba-tiba naman tayo sa ano. Sa choice.
Grabe yung damage ko eh. Go.
Okay naman tayo sa choice. Wala ako.
Hindi na. Kahit wala ka dun eh. Kahit anong mangyari sa
sad life.
barbarian ko, hahampas yun eh.
Hi, Kya.
Nandito na si-
mag-start.
Nandito na si Kia.
Nako,
Okay,
parang
tapos tayo,
kaka-problema to ah.
Bayan, King, di may ni-install na maayos.
Not bunch kasi, susuntuan ko ulo mo eh.
Tulog ka kasi.
O yung nagsira. Ikaw kasi nagsira ng momentum namin eh.
Puta. Same error kaya ka ko kay Kya. Version yun, version. Yan mo. Yung gago.
Start na ako.
lang.
Kapag dalawang game na ako ng parlay, di pa rin na ako mag-start.
Mukha siyang batiin Jack po. Tiyan naman eh.
Makakalimang laro ka na, di pa rin.
Ito, hindi pa. Start na ng second game.
Bilis ka pala mamatay dyan eh.
Gogo, pan-third kami. Lugi na kami last game. 3 lang kami.
3 lang pala kayo, third ka pa. Tatlo lang sila sa gago.
Sa part, sa squad.
Lucky oh.
Ba't pinasa mo yung Jetmaster sa AFK? Yan.
Ba't nawala si Tropa?
Sino?
Sige.
Nag-restart siya ng PC.
Okay. Welcome back. Lazada. Sino nag-ano dyan? TikTok na may...
Ito din.
Holy shit!
Nakumpleto din.
Hindi, putang ina sad.
Sorry.
Nakumpleto din. Oh my God.
Na-start din.
Nakumpleto
Hit.
din.
Mas mabilis pa makumpleto yung itong Dragon Ball
Tapos ang paghihintay.
Anong bibig nyo?
Ewan. Hehehehe. Anong class nyo?
Ewan ko. Pili pa nga ako ng race eh.
Racist.
Pwede mo palang paikutin yung karakter mo. Wee!
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 Wee! Tag-ina, parehas na gano'n. Okay, half elf tayo.
Sad, go dwarf. Dwarf.
Tang-ina, may nagsabi na.
Ay, hindi. Dwarf na pala yung si Sam. Hindi na halfling.
Baka gnome? Bakit dadaan-gnome ako? Ayun, mapayat oh. Taba yung dwarf eh.
Dwarf ka, hindi, di ba nag-gym ka? Wala
Hindi, nawala nga eh, nawala eh. Gnome lang.
halfling ka na lang.
Yan na lang. Ano yan, gnome?
Gnome. May lang, boss.
Magdanom nga ako eh.
Ay, magdanom ka.
Halfling nga ako. Ipagsulit tayo. Inang niya. Parang may anak ako
Sige, ako na dwarf. Dwarf ako.
Na yan
Dwarf tayo. So,
Wala ba gnome?
hindi, may gnome na eh. Baka naman iba-iba tayo.
Gago, yung
Parang
dapat
si Drax.
yung mga gnome halfling, ang movement lang nila is 7.5 ba? Oo, kalahati lang. Ay, kalahati. Bawas pala. Bawas ng 1.5.
Pero
Hindi na
mataas
pala.
yung strength.
Ito,
Hindi naman, ganun pa rin.
Ah.
Ganun pa rin. Pero minsan kasi yung ibang race, may mga ano ba tawag dun?
anong class nyo?
Anong class mo?
Ayoko na halfling.
Ikaw na lang talaga yung maliit, Sad.
Sige, ako na monkey.
Monk ka? Tangina, monk nga ako eh.
Ay, monk ka ba?
Dwarf
Ina,
na gnome.
kumuha ka na. Kung gusto mo kumuha ng monk.
Hindi.
Mag-guess akong build. Mag-adjust ako ng build. So, hanap lang kayo ng comfy sa inyo.
Di ba healer itong monk? Bakit yan? Ba't parang ano siya?
Hindi healer ang monk. More on martial arts.
Siya. So, ano ba yung healer dito?
Ano ba healer dito? Druid, paladin, I think wizard din.
Yung pinakamataas yung
Druid, no? Paladin? Hindi ba
Ay,
tank to?
cleric pala. Cleric pala pinaka-healer.
Hindi, cleric
Hindi
na.
pinaka-healer yung cleric, yung paladin.
Ba talaga?
No.
Ay, ano pala?
Ang cleric nga, ano ba? Paladin ako sa isa kong
Sige.
more on solo healing yung
Druid ang pinaka-healer sa lahat.
Kala ko ba CC yung druid?
Hindi ko alam bakit CC.
Heal wounds, healing word. Ito, may mga heal siya.
Sige lang, pili lang kayo.
Sige. Ano pwede dito? Ano to?
Ano race mo, Sad?
Ha?
Racist.
Dwarf. Dwarf. Dwarf ako,
Dwarf. Sige. Wala. Suits you. My bad.
Ano mo, Sad? Ano yung
Druid.
class mo?
Druid.
Druid.
Sage tayo, Sage. Yan. Druid Sage.
Ikaw, Kaya? Ano sa'yo, Kaya?
Hindi ko alam eh.
Ano, babawasan
May
ko ba
gusto ba
strength?
kayo?
Bawasan natin strength natin. Mahila lang tayo pero ano.
Anong dwarf ka? Sad gold dwarf? Shield dwarf?
Duergar.
Duergar? Okay. Nakita mo naman yung ano nila, di ba? Yung sub-race features.
Sub-race feature. So, binasa ko naman.
Okay.
Thrower. Thrower tayo po. Ay, ganun. Bawal mong i-max out sa isang, ano lang, talagang may limit.
Meron limit. Starting limit.
Bakit ang baba ng intelligence ko? Bobo ba ako?
Ano ka ba?
Bobo ka pala eh.
Ano ka ba?
Wisdom yung mataas ko.
Ano
Druid.
ba yung ano mo?
Druid.
Druid? Depende kasi. Yung druid, yung class ng druid, nagre-rely sa wisdom.
Wisdom. Hindi talino. Ano ba yan?
Oo. Kasi yung intelligence, memory, and mental power. Then yung wisdom for alam mo na. Kailangan may sense ka tsaka intuition.
Prepare spell. Sige. Entangle.
Ano sa inyo, Ron? Sige lang, pili muna kayo. Hindi ko alam eh. Wala pa akong pinipili eh. Kaya wala.
Ano yung appearance ito? Hindi ko pa ba i-edit to?
Tagal na yan. Ba't mo
Edit
naman
appearance
sa'yo?
ito.
Pwede
Ang ina.
mong edit.
Where to next? Let's
Ayun
hope
lang,
the
nag-edit ng
elves-
appearance.
Beware is open.
Tagal niyan.
More, there's magic keeping this chest.
Ayun na. Piling ko kamukha ko to. Ayan o. Hindi. Ay.
Aakyat na yun. Asa na Singy?
Ito. Yung skin color natin, bossing.
Wala, pakatin mo na. Alis sa kamo si Mami.
Ano ba yung dwarf na to? Avatar? Avatar ata to eh. Tama. Ano ba genitals natin, bossing? Ayun na yun. Ito pa pala, body part. Ito, mata natin, bossing. Ito natin green eh. Yung
Yung akin ay Rogue Draw.
Ano boys? What's our shit?
Okay na. Proceed na ako. Anong pangalan ko? Ito po.
Ano?
Jack,
Kaya,
anong
ikaw,
pangalan ba nito?
Kinuha mo.
Ano bang bagay? Ano bang bagay sa pangalan na to?
Anong kinuha nyo? Ako. Warlock ka? Yes. Okay. King.
Rogue.
Rogue. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Tapos, rogue ka, no? Ano si Sad?
Ha? Druid.
Ano si Sad?